Welcome back to the channel, everyone. A 2-1 loss to our bitter rivals Leeds United at Old Trafford, and let's be honest, we deserved to lose that game. Based on the first half alone, it was kind of a struggle for us to get back into the game. I have to talk about the refereeing decisions that once again, back to back games, has made us lose points. Let's be honest, if we didn't have the refereeing decisions that we got, we certainly would have had a different game. Let's be honest about that. But we'll take it step by step. Very, very quickly in the game, Leeds United found themselves getting a chance with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and then seconds after that, they score the opener. And you look at how Lenny Yoro was fouled, and yes, it is a foul. You can't be having your arm that high and in the opponent's face, stopping him from trying to get to the ball or at least competing for it. So their first goal shouldn't stand. But it happened, and it should have been a wake up call for us, but it wasn't. We didn't rally, we didn't seem to find our teammates, we didn't look connected, we looked very lost most of the time. And in all honesty, you could say that the length of time since our last game might have had an impact. But on the other hand, you also expect the team to have energy. You expect them to be ready to go, being wanting to play well from the first minute. But it seemed like we couldn't handle Leeds United. We were second to every ball. We weren't winning our duels. We certainly weren't winning balls in the air because Lenny Yoro was struggling at the back, fighting with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The likes of Martinez, even though we expect a lot from him, didn't have a very good game when he played from the beginning. And we'll get to his red card, but let's first focus on that abysmal first half that we had. So Leeds United were in the lead, and we didn't seem to take possession of the ball and try and assert ourselves in the game. Leeds United got more confidence, and that is how they managed to score their second. But it's the way we defended. And arguably, there was a foul in the build up to Leeds United's second goal. But so many things happened since that moment, it's hard to go back to that. It has to be called immediately or a few seconds after that, not after the amount of plays that we had. We needed to clear the ball correctly, but we looked like school kids, continuously just trying to get it away, no matter where it actually went, but just panicking at the back. And again, Noah Okafor puts the ball in the net. You can't header the ball into the central area of your box. It needs to go wide, it needs to go out for a corner. There needs to be some sense of responsibility, and that is why the likes of Harry Maguire was missed last night. Because those type of balls, he heads away. He's always winning those headers in the air. So we did have a bit of a problem not having Harry Maguire in the team because of Lenny Yoro's lack of strength in order to fight with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We were 2-0 behind. The first half ends, and you would have expected Michael Carrick to make a few changes at halftime. He needed to. He had Mbuma on the bench, he had Shea Lacey, yes, you had the Fletcher brothers as well. Xerxes there, and yes, Xerxes is not the best player, but he's a body. He's a player that can come in and perhaps cause a problem, maybe use his size and his strength. But Michael Carrick didn't go for that, and he stuck with the team that started the game. And we started the second half much better than we did the first. But again, once that red card happened, and in my opinion, it isn't a red card because what are we doing here? Where is football going? If that is deemed as violent conduct, he didn't pull Dominic Calvert-Lewin's hair. There wasn't any tension in his arm, or you could see there was a reaction from Dominic Calvert-Lewin from someone who has had their hair being pulled. No, it wasn't there. And what's crazy is the referee didn't think it was a foul. He certainly probably didn't see it. But the VAR decided to tell the referee, hey, go and look at that. That could be a red card. And the fact that they done that shows that they are looking for these small little things. And most of the time it only happens against United, where these type of decisions are the ones that normally come about. I certainly don't accept the fact that they see it as violent conduct, because how are you giving Leeds United, their first goal after Lenny Yoro was smashed in the face with an arm, but you decided to send Martinez off for what is not even a hair pull. How is it violent conduct where there wasn't any violence involved in the situation? So I just think that the referees wanted us to be at a further disadvantage because they saw we were starting to get a bit of momentum and getting back into the game. And when we got the goal through Casemiro, Bruno with his 17th assist, and you having Casemiro score his 8th goal of the season, another header at the far post. You thought at that moment there's hope. We're going to now, come back. But it's hard with 10 men. But here's something that I think is a bit concerning. How is it that when we were 11 players in the first half, we weren't playing as well? But as soon as Martinez gets sent off, we 10 men and we play much better. We see players running more. We see players fighting more. We see more energy, more desire, more urgency to go and score and try and equalize. Where was that from the first whistle? And once again, we have a mentality issue with players at Manchester United. I am concerned about Michael Carrick that didn't seem to make changes for the game, changes that perhaps could have impacted the game in a positive way. Instead, he just brought on Mbumo and he decided, now that's it. I'm not going to do any more than that. And that is concerning. There needs to be a plan B. You need to give your all. You need to try and win the game at any cost. Try any particular tactic that might win you the game. You would rather lose 3-1 than try and not do anything and then you end up losing 2-1 anyway. So you need to go for it. As it always says, throw the kitchen sink at them. But Michael Carrick never done that. The players didn't really go for it at the end. And these things are concerning. Now we have Chelsea next, and because of our draw to Bournemouth and this loss now to Leeds United, the gap that we had for third place, it's closed down. We now level on points with Aston Villa. Chelsea's 4 points behind us, could be 1 point if they win us this weekend. And of course, Liverpool being where they are, they also 4 points behind us. So we have a bigger problem now. Now we have more pressure on us to go and win the game against Chelsea, but I'm not happy about the performance. But let me know in the comment section what you thought about the game against Leeds, what you think about Michael Carrick. But me, myself, I am not happy and I'm very, very disappointed in the way we played and, of course, the result. Have a wonderful day further till we see each other again in the next one. Bye-bye, Red Devils. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.